Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NCTV 78's broadcast of boys soccer. Tonight we have the New Canaan Rams versus the Bridgeport Central Hilltoppers. I'm Luke Frame, and this is Danielle O'Malley.
Hi. The Rams are coming in hot off a win. They are 6-3 this season, which is a huge improvement from last season when they were 3-11-1. It is their senior night, so we do have to make sure to look out for those seniors that are getting their first career starts, which includes Cooper Jessup, who is in the goal, and Nate Moore. Another big person to look out for is Lorenzo Marsili, who has 8 goals on the season and is leading the team with that. We also have to watch for the New Canaan 5-back system, as they are very strong back there, and it will be hard for Bridgeport Central to penetrate, as they are 1-8 on this season, and most of those losses have been shutouts.
And senior night here is such a special tradition, especially at New Canaan. Most of these seniors, having played soccer since a freshman, finally having to go out in their senior year with their parents and their family surrounding them is truly just so special.
This is sure to be an exciting game, and New Canaan is actually looking to clinch their first FCAC playoff berth since 2014. So we've really got to be rooting for them. This is a very special moment for them, not only because of senior night, but because of this. And if, as well as winning this game, they will have a really big chance of making state. So, you know, good luck to everyone out there, and it should be a really good game.
coaches, if you want to put your headsets down. Near Bill Brown. Danielle, Luke, you still got your headset on. Tell Danielle to put her microphone near Bill Brown because we can't hear you.
Thank you, Geronimo. Thank you, Lorenzo. Next up, team captain number 15, Irving Dorman, with mom and dad, Jacqueline and Mark. Way to go, Irving. Thank you, Irving. Irving Dorman, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Irving. Next up is number 18, team captain Aiden McLaughlin, with mom and dad Lori and Joe. Way to go, Aiden. Thank you, Aiden. Congratulations. Thank you. Next is team captain number 23, Robert Hellman, with mom and dad Betty and Jack. Yes, Robert. Way to go, buddy. Thank you. Keep that line straight there, gentlemen. When mom starts grabbing, Mom, get away, please. I used to say, Mom, no pictures, get out. Enough of my lousy pictures. Thank you, Mr. Robert. Thank you, sir. Next up, number 1, I can't believe this kid is a senior, Cooper Jessup, with mom and dad Tanya and John. Way to go, Coop. Thank you, Cooper. You're the best. Thanks, buddy. Next up, Mateo. Next is number 29, Nathaniel Nate the Great Moore. Those parents, Heather and Dietrich. Way to go, Nate the Great. You're the greatest, Nate. You're the greatest, Nate. Thank you, Nate. And number 24, Sebastian Roman. Looks like Coach Green and Coach Knight are going to be in the picture. Thank you very much, Sebastian. Together, all of our seniors would like to offer our gratitude to our head coach, Lou Green, and assistant coach, Jack Knight, for their continued support and guidance. We would also like to acknowledge and welcome the players from Bridgeport Central High School. Best of luck, gentlemen. So we'll have a picture taken, and what we'll do is we'll do about 10 more minutes of warm-up, then I'll do another welcome, and then we'll have our national anthem sung by our New Canaan High School choir. Congratulations, seniors. Thank you.
You guys come over here. Get in between the two sets of balloons. Go.
Right here, this way.
We're going to ask everyone in a minute, about 30 seconds, to line up on the sidelines, and we're going to have our national anthem sung by our NCHS choir. Coming up. Once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to New Canaan High School for tonight's FCAC boys soccer game between the Hilltoppers and the Rams. Now we ask, ladies and gentlemen, that you please rise and please join New Canaan High School Choir senior singers Jamie Leahy, Mimi Stallings, Matt Doka, and Alex Arnold as they sing our Star-Spangled Banner. Jamie Leahy, Mimi Stallings, Matt Doka, Alex Arnold, thank you all very much. Thank you.
we are all set, ready to go here.
Yes, this should be very exciting, especially with Cooper Jessup, as I said before, starting in his first ever game on varsity. So this should definitely be exciting to see, as Joseph Gashi has kind of taken the lead this season, but, you know, I'll be interested to see how he plays.
It's a nice fall night here in Dunning, and great weather. Not too hot, but also not too cold. And this game should be a good one. We got senior night, which, as we talked about before, is just such a special tradition, especially for these seniors. You know, coming back from one final game, you see them in the huddle there, going over their strategy and going over their final game where they may all be on the field together at once.
I am ready to see a very high-scoring game from New Canaan, considering their season so far and Bridgeport's season so far. So, yeah, I'll be interested to see who scores if Lorenzo Marsili is able to build upon his 8-goal record. Yeah, I'm very, very excited for this game.
And another strong player to note is Irving Dorman, who's a defender, but he's 4 goals and 2 assists as a defender. Now, maybe he believes in a more aggressive form of play, but he's someone to look out for definitely tonight, one of the seniors.
Our starting lineup from left to right is Geronimo Marsili at left wing back, Irving Dorman at center back, Aiden McLaughlin at center back, Nate Moore at center back, and Luke Ergo at right wing back. The center mids are Giovanni Montano, Mateo Kane, and Robbie Hellman. And our strikers for today are Jack Kuda, Lorenzo Marsili, and Jake Bausman.
Looks like Bridgeport's playing a long ball through. And looks like Luke Ergo is going to go for a battle down in the corner. It'll be kicked out, and it'll be a Bridgeport throw-in from New Canaan territory.
That's really good defense there, making sure to get on the outside of him and just getting that ball out of bounds, letting the defense reset, get set up, find their man.
Now here comes the throw-in from Bridgeport. He likes to throw it short. Bridgeport fighting for possession, and kept in by New Canaan there. Good keep in there. And Luke Ergo booting it up this right side and will go out. Be a Bridgeport throw-in at about the 50.
That small ball back there is something that I personally like to see in a soccer game. It shows that the team really knows how to work well together, making those small balls instead of just booting it up the field every single time.
Now Bridgeport here. Ball through, looks like Cooper Jessup is gonna scoop it up, playing a little bit aggressive there. He's gonna look down, he's gonna look right to his defender actually. Small little roll. Now a kick by Irving Dorman to his left defender. Ball up in the air, kept up by Lorenzo Marsili, New Canaan's top goal scorer. And Bridgeport will have another free throw here from about the 45.
This will actually
Free
be
kick, sorry.
a free kick, yes. I don't exactly know what happened there. I think it might have been a push from behind. Very quick kick. Definitely wanted to get that up there so that New Canaan's defense did not have time to set up. Again, we're seeing some of the small ball, just trying to work it up the field as efficiently as they can.
It looks like Bridgeport's playing aggressive right out of the gate, leaving New Canaan's defense little to no breathing air there. Luke Ergo fighting for possession, and Cooper Jessup with a nice save there.
He's definitely looking to calm down the team as he's moving very slowly out the box, just trying to get them all set up to make sure that ball gets up the field and stays up there. He'll play a short ball to number...
Irving Dorman.
Yes, number 15.
New Canaan playing it down the left side here, moving back to the middle. Stay in the middle and just a mishandle there by Mateo Kane.
I really like the use of the center mids. You don't really see that much in men's soccer. So it's a great job of this team with their communication. As Aiden McLaughlin told me, one of their main focuses this year was to be more positive on the field, as that is one of their issues last season. And it's definitely seeming to work.
Bridgeport electing to pass it back. And here comes New Canaan. It is Lorenzo Marsili, their top goal scorer. And here he comes. He's going to have a shot on net here. He shoots, and it's just wide, right. It's going to be a goal kick for Bridgeport here. Marsili showing that blazing speed there.
That was a really good breakaway. That was some tough defense there by Bridgeport Central's right wing back. Yeah,
It's good defense. Physical, kept him outside.
Exactly. They have one of their, I think there's one of their center backs taking the kick. This probably means the ball is going to go long, long and wide to the right.
And here comes the kick for Bridgeport.
Definitely a long ball. Their defense is really pushing back. Yep.
And it will be. Header by Bridgeport. Ball's up in the air. Looks like it's won by New Canaan. Good play by Jake Bowsman, trying to give it to himself down that right side, and kicked out by Bridgeport.
I don't know
Safe
if
play by Bridgeport there. You don't know if you agree with that?
I don't know if I agree with that play. I've never been a fan of the kick out. I think it's a very dangerous deep in the zone, so we'll see if New Canaan can capitalize on that mistake by
Looks like it's
Bridgeport.
going to go off of Bridgeport right on the throw-in. And New Canaan will get another throw-in right from Bridgeport's territory here.
You see, this is why I think it was a mistake by that Bridgeport player to kick the ball out. You know, he had some space and he didn't take it, and now New Canaan is getting a really great opportunity at the goal.
Mateo Kane, possession in the corner. Looking to get across, and he does. Tipped by Lorenzo Marsili, but goes right to the Bridgeport goaltender.
Quick punt out.
Boom,
He
long
obviously
downfield.
wants to get the ball up and out, make sure that New Canaan's defense is on their toes.
Irving Dorman fighting for the ball and loses the battle to Bridgeport. Bridgeport holding at midfield.
Great job by the midfield getting back there after a very quick punt by the Bridgeport goalie.
Good aggressive play by Robbie Hillman there. Now Jake Bowsman, going to look forward to Robbie here. Controlling, playing it safe. Mateo Kane trying to play the ball through, but stopped by Bridgeport.
Quick ball back. Now they're looking to defend a breakaway.
And Cooper Jessup, another aggressive play. He's come out a few times this game, and so far it's paid off.
That's really good on him considering he's just coming back from an injury. Definitely a confidence builder in this game.
Bridgeport here looking down the left side, and Luke Ergo trying to clear it. Goes off of a Bridgeport player, and it will be a goal kick for Cooper Jessup.
It also looks like they're going long as they're taking Irving Dorman to take the kick.
Irving Dorman looking for a kick here. Let's see what he can do. We'll play it long to Jake Bowsman. Trying to control it. Lift at midfield, and Bridgeport contains it back in their zone. Contested by Robbie Hillman. Robbie Hillman looking up to Jake Bowsman. It's going to be a free kick for Bridgeport about the 50.
I don't know.
A little bit too aggressive from New Canaan there.
That was a little aggressive, you know. I don't know if that was a flop. It didn't seem like that much hard of a hit to me, but, you know, I think that might just be the way the refs are calling this game. New Canaan is holding about the 15-yard line. Definitely don't want them to get too deep in their zone.
Bridgeport throws the ball in. Controlled by their attack, getting a long ball on net, and it will go over. So another goal kick for Cooper Jessup.
And this goal kick will be taken by number 18, Ada McLaughlin. Oh, never mind. She went short to Irving Dorman.
Kicked out once again by Bridgeport.
Again, don't exactly agree with the play, especially when you're that far in the middle of the field, because then New Canaan gets an opportunity like this downfield.
That's actually the second time that's happened this game. We're right off of throw-in. New Canaan gets an extra 10, 15 yards of just an offensive progression just off of a throw-in that goes off a Stanford player. And there you see it again.
Bridgeport has to work on their body shape if they really want to make sure they get this ball out of their zone, but New Canaan is doing a great job capitalizing on this opportunity.
Here comes the throw-in. Looking long in the center of the field. Played out by Bridgeport, but Jake Bowsman trying to take himself down the right side, and once again, kicked out by Bridgeport.
Riley's having the most attention.
Looks like Luke Ergo will be taking the throw-in. And he'll throw it to Matt Kane, who headers right up to the Bridgeport defense.
Now, this is interesting. They're only holding Aiden McLaughlin in the back. They really have their defense pushed up, trying to capitalize on this opportunity.
And I think that also just shows New Canaan's confidence in Cooper Jessup, and especially Aiden McLaughlin, just keeping him back and knowing that he can take whatever's going to come at him.
I agree. The positioning is definitely very interesting, but they are doing a great job moving the ball, especially through the middle.
Played out wide to Marsili. Marsili kicking it up, Bridgeport. Controlling it about the midfield.
Bridgeport definitely likes to play this long ball game, I've noticed. I don't know how well that's going to work out for them, as New Canaan's 5-back defense is very strong, as we have already seen.
Irving Dorman here. We know he's got that big boot, and there he shows it off. Looking for a long ball. Goes all the way past. Here comes Jake Bausman. Looking for a shot on goal here. Stops, turns back. He's taken down, but still fighting for it. Won't give up Yao.
Doing a great job in this 3v1.
Jake Bausman just controlling, looks for a cross in there, and here comes the Matt Kane. Matt Kane shoots. Just saved by the Bridgeport goalie.
It was a great shot down there. I would like to see maybe the right wing backer, number 12, Luke Ergo, move down the field more to help Jake Bausman in that situation, because maybe they can get a cross in and.
But also, it's great play by Bausman there. I mean, he had three Bridgeport defenders on. He just wouldn't give up, fighting for that ball, and he gained control and got a good opportunity for New Canaan there. Luke Ergo poking it away from Bridgeport there.
This is good defense, forcing the ball back. That's exactly what you want to do. Just try and get them to move as far back downfield as possible.
Robbie Hill.
Oh, tough call.
And a free kick for Bridgeport here at about the 30 as Robbie Hillman takes down a Bridgeport attacker.
You can already tell this is going to continually be an aggressive game. And again, the refs, even though these calls can go either way, they seem to be calling it. So New Canaan has to try to be more careful about that, especially when they're this far in their zone.
And here comes the kick from Bridgeport. Playing a long ball in. It's going to go over everyone's head and be another goal kick for Cooper Jessup. Let's see if he elects to give it to Irving Dorman again, as he has so far in this game.
That was actually an offsides call, I think, on the Bridgeport attacker rather than a goal kick. Moved his line way too quickly.
There's the kick by McLaughlin. And up into the air. And it'll be played out by Bridgeport. And a quick throw in here. Right to the Bridgeport goalie.
Again, he looks to punt it. Bridgeport is really playing this long ball game. Maybe they are nervous that New Canaan is getting so deep in their zone.
Played by the Bridgeport midfielder.
No call on that play. That did look like a drag, but
a lot of physical play here, and you see these calls that sometimes just going either way. So far, it's kind of hard to tell. Long ball played in. Looks like Aiden McLaughlin's going to track it down. He's got a man on, though, and see what he does. And he looks to kick it out. What do you think about that, Danielle? Not a fan?
I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I think it could have been controlled a little bit better. I think that from the looks of it, he seems to be disappointed by that, so I think that maybe he was trying to keep it in. He just put a little too much on it. It's definitely a game that New Canaan is not willing to play, and Bridgeport is.
All right, Bridgeport looking to get one through here. Contested by the New Canaan defense.
Bicycle kick attempt.
And
you don't see that very often.
Out. Bridgeport trying to control. Taking it to the middle of the field, maybe looking to shift sides.
That's good 1-2 defense there by the midfielder, number 14.
Ball played through to Jake Bausman. And Jake Bausman looked to be on a breakaway here. Trying to get a shot on net, and he does, over the goalie's head, and it is in! 1-0 New Canaan as Jake Bausman taps in the opening on senior night.
And you know, that's just really good development through the middle. As I was saying before, number 14, Mateo Kane getting the ball and immediately playing it right upfield as he knew he had space behind him. Again, really good work in the midfield.
I mean, that's what's so great about senior night. You come out here with all your fellow seniors and you score the game opener. That just got to feel great, celebrating with all your boys that you've been here since freshman, sophomore year, playing at this community for 3 or 4 years. It's got to feel good for Jake Bausman. And now it looks like we're going to have a few subs here.
Jake Bausman going out. We didn't expect him to play the whole game as he is also just coming off injury along with Cooper Jessup, but what a great moment there, being able to finally start in a varsity game, coming off an injury, making a couple key plays.
And it looks like Sebastian Roman will be coming in here for Jake Bausman and Joseph Gashi for Jessup. Yep.
Gashi has had a lot of improvement since last season, being on the freshman team and moving all the way up to varsity. I know that he's been working hard, especially with New Canaan's new goalie coach. So we will see if that pays off.
And that kick out by Bridgeport there looks to go over the visiting side bleachers. That ball may not be found again. Throw in here by New Canaan. Trying to play it down the left side here.
Just trying to develop an opportunity. Looks
It's going to be Bridgeport ball.
Looks like the call was another push from behind. New Canaan really has to start watching that, especially, again, if they are deep in their own zone. The ref has been consistently calling that, so they really have to watch out for that during the rest of the game.
And I think some of these games, sometimes the ref lets you guys play a little bit and lets you be aggressive, and sometimes he calls a bit of a softer game. There's nothing wrong with that. You just got to adjust and be able to play accordingly.
Yes.
Absolute boot from the Bridgeport's defender. Controlled by McLaughlin. Header back to Gashi. And Gashi's. Looks to be their player down for Bridgeport here.
I cannot tell if that play back to Gashi was intentional or not. I think that maybe if the refs were being picky, they could have called that as a handball with an intentional pass back. But
I thought that too, but it looks like the refs were giving New Canaan a break on this one. Because looks like and Irving Dorman is playing some phenomenal juggle skills during the camera timeout. I could never do that myself. And it looks like the Bridgeport player is going to be okay, and looks like it's going to be New Canaan ball from their own zone here.
As it was an injury, they will probably play the ball back to Gashi just to distribute, because it was in New Canaan's possession, so therefore it would not be a drop ball. There we go. Short play to Dorman. You know, both goalies seem to have a lot of confidence in him. He's definitely had a really great season so far.
Oh, good play by Roman there. Playing it down the right side to Hellman. Hellman looking to cross in here. Trying to go back to Roman, just cut off by Bridgeport's defender.
You can't just got to look to get more people in the box. As that play was developing, I only saw 2 players running in. You definitely want more players down there to have a greater chance of getting that goal.
Here's New Canaan here with a bit of an odd man chance, and ball played through to Roman. Let's see if he can win the foot race here. He does not. Bridgeport goalie gets there first. It's going to look to punt here, as he has done many times throughout this game.
Kind of goes off the side of his foot, a little haywire. Yeah, there was a drag there. I think that was number 7 on Bridgeport on Kane.
New Canaan ball from about the 42. Looks like they're going to give it to Dorman once again. He's going to try to show off that boot.
Again, just so much confidence in Dorman and his ability to move the ball up the field.
And here comes Dorman.
New Canaan is really looking to push their line as far back as they can. Just try to really get an
Long
opportunity.
ball in, looking to get a header deflection. It's going to go everyone's head. Irving Dorman showing off a little bit too much power there, and goes right to the Bridgeport goalie. A boot that goes right out to Matt Kane, and Matt Kane just plays a little bit too far, but gets it right back because of a missed clear by Bridgeport. A lot of back and forth possessions here. Bridgeport gains and controls possession at the midfield. Trying to play it down that left side.
That's a great job by the New Canaan defense there, all getting back as Dorman was the only one in the backfield, and everyone just had a good hustle back, including the midfielders. So now they have about 6 guys that are really deep in their zone and some in the midfield, and then they only have 1 man, and that'll be Roman at the top.
And Luke Urgler there making a long throw down the right side. And looks like Roman will just lose a little head battle, and Bridgeport will come up with it. But here comes New Canaan back on the way. Robbie Hellman down the right side. Looking to Kane in the middle. Kane with some room. Trying to look for the middle for Roman, but Roman just couldn't control it.
That's a
good
smart
keep
play
in there
there
by
by Roman.
Marcelli showing off that speed, getting down there to protect that from going out. It's going to be a New Canaan throw-in. Here comes Marcelli. Throws to the middle. And whistle blown.
That seems to be a handball called on New Canaan. That's unfortunate. That play looked like it was really developing, and they could have definitely had a great shot at getting a goal.
Kicked down by Bridgeport to the midfield. Played by Geronimo Marcelli down the left side. Sebastian Roman controlling. And it's going to be played out of bounds, and it'll be Bridgeport's throwing. Bridgeport elects to play short. And Bridgeport will be taken down.
That was a clean tackle there by Roman, I think it was. Just going for the ball, making sure not to get to the player. Definitely don't want the call, especially when you're getting an opportunity like this.
Oh, here comes Marcelli looking for a cross in, and he gets it. Goes a little bit too far past everyone, but here comes Irving Dorman trying to make a move to the outside and just poked out by the Stanford defender.
Back to my point, with getting more people down by the goal, that definitely could have been a really good back post opportunity, but no one was running that route. They got to just make sure they have someone there.
But here comes New Canaan now. Just going to be poked out by Stanford. Going to be a free kick for New Canaan, our first free kick of the game. And it will be Lorenzo Marsili trying to take it. His brother, Geronimo Marsili, also in this game. He is number 3. You can look for him around the back post.
That was a really smart play by Marsili, just letting the ball go out and getting this.
Here comes the cross. It's a bit behind, and it's just going to go wide.
That was a really good setup back post, as most corner kicks from the left side tend to swing outwards right there, so that was really good positioning.
McLaughlin was wide open and just couldn't get the angle right on that header. It just pushes it a bit wide.
Just wait that much.
Here comes that Bridgeport defender looking to boot it downfield, as he's done multiple times this game. There it goes. Headed straight up.
Good
by
work back for
Montano.
the second ball. That was a really good effort in the call on Bridgeport for what I'm assuming would be a grab.
Dorman to take the kick. Maybe he'll try to dial back a little bit this time, as we saw earlier in the game. Just kicked a little bit too hard. Went over everyone's head. Here it comes. New Canaan dropping back and headed away by Bridgeport defense. Lorenzo Marcelli playing it back. Montano trying to make a move down the right side. Looks like it's going to be poked out by Bridgeport once again. New Canaan throwing down the right side, making it quick. Lorenzo Marcelli looking to get across. 3 Bridgeport defenders on him. Plays to Kane. Kane still with possession, fighting, looking to get a shot on here, and he does, and deflected in. That is Sebastian Roman, who's been looking for one all game, and he gets it. Another senior that was actually subbed in for Jake Bausman earlier.
That's just a really great moment for him. I don't know if he's seen the field a lot this season, but a goal on senior night is definitely a very special thing, as we have mentioned.
I actually thought Kane was going to shoot that, and then he even had me fooled, and then he went right to Roman, who was wide open on that back door, and just tapped it in for an easy one there.
That's just a really good example of an unselfish play by Kane. As he definitely could have had the shot on his own, but it would have been a tough angle, and he noticed Roman making that backdoor run, which I just love to see that kind of unselfishness, as it's kind of hard to find in soccer these days.
And Bridgeport's going to kick it out here. Just a wayward pass. Looks like Geronimo Marsili is going to take the throw in here. Faking down the side and throwing it out straight. Right to Montano. Montano's going to play it back. McLaughlin trying to change up the side of the field. Over to Ergo. Ergo with a nice keep there. Looks like a middle of miscommunication. Is going to leave Bridgeport with a chance down the left side here. There comes the cross. Played nicely by Dorman, who just gives it away and shot on. Goes just deflected wide. Irving Dorman with a little bit of a giveaway there, and luckily it was deflected just wide. But corner kick, first of the game for Bridgeport here.
And
See if they can capitalize.
That's a sign of some somewhat selfishness. You know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You just have to be careful when you're in your own 18-yard box. But you know, with the confidence that he has and his teammates have in him, you know, it definitely could have worked out, but unfortunately it just didn't facilitate for him.
There comes Bridgeport with the corner kick here, looking to get something going. Only
Yes.
a few shots, only a few shots during the whole game, and most of them either from far out or way high.
Yes, New Canaan's defense has definitely been strong all night with captains Dorman and McLaughlin.
Here comes the kick. And it looks to be headed right back out by New Canaan. So another corner kick for Bridgeport upcoming.
That's just a case of looking for your body shape, you know, make sure your shape is faced outward so that you can get that ball up the field. So unfortunately, he was faced towards the outside and just kicked it right back out.
Kick is in and headed out by New Canaan defense. Great play by the defense there. And Marsili showing that blazing speed, booting it down. And look at this. Lorenzo Marsili, brother to brother. Looking like he's going to be through on goal. And there's the shot. And
Oh, what a save.
Great save by the Bridgeport goalie after getting an amazing through pass from his brother. That would have made for an interesting family dinner. It's going to be a goal. It's going to be a corner kick for New Canaan here.
You know, that's what you like to see. You can tell that Gashi has some confidence as he is standing at about the 30-yard line, and his defenders are only about 20-ish yards ahead of him. And he retreats back a little bit. That might have been a little aggressive on his part.
And a wayward header just wide. Again, New Canaan looking for that back pipe off of the corner and just not getting the angle on those headers with all that contention by the Bridgeport defense.
It's great to see that they're getting opportunities, though, you know, on that back post. They just got to recognize that and, you know, try to maybe get someone else back by that post to just try and create something out of it.
Ball here going all the way down back to Dorman. Dorman playing it up. And Bridgeport defense will header it right to Ergo. Ergo will mishandle a little bit, and Bridgeport try to play a through ball. It goes right to Dorman. Dorman going to play it back to Gashi. Gashi's going to play it short. Dorman trying for Hellman and just not working. Being intercepted by Bridgeport. And Bridgeport looks like they're going to have a shot on goal here. Tries to chip it through. Oh, saved by Gashi. It's a bit of a weak shot there by Bridgeport. He had a chance for the shot and just kind of went for a chip.
That's a good hold there on Gashi with the kind of spinning ball. Those can definitely be tough to save. You never know where they're going to go and if they're going to just take a spin that you don't know.
I go up to Hellman on the right side. Hellman with the giveaway there, going back to Bridgeport. Bridgeport's really putting on some pressure, and I'm fairly impressed. After coming out a little bit flat, you know, New Canaan getting 2 quick goals, they come out and they haven't give up, and I admire that.
Yeah, their center mids are really working hard. You can tell that they're definitely a good matchup for Robbie Hellman, Kane.
Lorenzo Marsili here, trying to make a move down the left side, just poked away by that Bridgeport defender. But he goes back, chases it down, gives it all the way back to Gashi. Gashi are going to try to play a long ball down. I take that back. He's going to play it right short.
You know, they're just looking to kind of get reset. You can see it was almost successful with the mishandle by Kane, but wins it right back.
Looking back into the middle to Montano there. Montano's going to try to play it through to Marsili. Marsili's just going to head it on and try to contest that Bridgeport defense, who's going to, again, just kick it out.
That makes me think they don't have a lot of confidence in their goalkeeper. You know, that was a perfect opportunity to play back to him, as New Canaan has done to Gashi on multiple occasions. But, you know,
I mean, I think Bridgeport's goal has had a good game. Maybe it's just, you know, if they kick it out, maybe lets them get set a little bit more. And with this New Canaan offense, you got like a lot of seniors out tonight. You got a lot of stars. So I think they're just kind of trying to be extra careful and watching out for. But, you know, it's 2-0 already. So maybe that's going to have to start to change soon enough. Good play there by Montano. Montano trying to take a long shot on goal here and saved by the Bridgeport goalie. Punt here by the goalie.
I think it was a smart play by the goalkeeper. Didn't let New Canaan get a lot of time to set up, and now they're all kind of running back. This could get them tired or just disorganized. So I think that was a very smart move by the Bridgeport goalie.
Looks like it won't matter, though, as New Canaan already back on the attack. Kane being taken down is making a pass, but no call by the referee there. Looks like maybe later in the game they're trying to let a few more things slide both ways and trying to keep the game going. Ergo with a nice pass to the middle. Hellman back, we'll give and go there, which is a little bit too far. And Bridgeport's midfielder will take control and look to the middle. Bridgeport playing a chip down the left side. Played ahead by Bridgeport. An aggressive play by Gashi here. Just going to scoop it up. Gashi, hand it off to Dorman. Dorman looking to Montano in the center.
Again, the confidence in Dorman is just admirable. It just shows what a great team player he is and how much he really does for this team.
And I mean, you know, Dorman is one of those seniors he's been here since he's a freshman, and he knows everyone in this club. I mean, he knows his coach, and he's been playing for New Canaan for 4 years, so this night really must mean a lot to him, and he's going to come out and he's ready to show that. Ergo with the throw-in. Looking to Hellman down the right side. Here's a 50-50 ball looking to battle, and Bridgeport's going to win it with a nice move on Hellman there. Good defensive stop by Dorman.
You see now New Canaan's open in the middle. Bridgeport was not ready for that. Their center mids don't seem to be working too well together at the moment. They seem to be a little disorganized as no one was holding defensively on that.
Bridgeport here playing it deep. Played by Ergo, but contested by Bridgeport. Good play, just letting it go out there.
That was good defense, making sure to block him out as that Bridgeport attacker was really coming in hot there. It looks like New Canaan's going to go short either to McLaughlin or Dorman.
And here it looks like you're going to see one of those trademark Dorman kicks, unless I'm mistaken. He's going to play it through the middle, right to Montano. Montano, good physical play there. Just losing the battle. It's the second guy.
That's a good stick there by Dorman, making sure that he had that back foot there, ready to get the ball.
Bridgeport looking for the through ball. Stopped by Dorman once again. Battle on the sideline is going to be New Canaan throw-in. I take that back. Bridgeport throw-in. Looks like the whole New Canaan sideline was pointing down, but obviously there's a little bit of bias included there.
Sometimes you just got to try to convince the refs, and, you know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but New Canaan's just going to try to look to get the ball back out.
Looks like they will. Ball misplayed, just whiffed clear by Bridgeport there, and he's going to save himself with a long ball down. Good play by the Bridgeport midi there. Controlling at the 45. Trying to play it through to his attacker and just headed out by Luke Ergo.
That's good defensive position, getting in on the inside of that Bridgeport left striker. Yeah, really make sure he gets to the ball first, getting goal side.
Big throw-in for Bridgeport here in New Canaan territory. They're going to like to play it short. Maybe look for a long shot. They got some room to work with here from about the 20. Blocked by McLaughlin there. New Canaan just trying to clear it here.
You know, McLaughlin, you kind of just notice he kind of plays so casually, very nonchalantly. Seems like very humble about what he does.
He's very calm.
Very calm. He plays very simple, just do what's easiest. Look, New Canaan looking to get ready for a sub here.
Looks like they're going to be subbing in quite a few people here. About 3 or 4. But we'll see on the next whistle. McLaughlin controlling back. Long ball down the right side. And look at Lorenzo Marsili go. He's using that speed. Maybe looking to cross in the middle. And he does. Just some miscommunication there between him and Roman. And Roman just doesn't cut where Marsili wanted him to.
That's a good punt there by the Bridgeport goalie. Unfortunately, did not facilitate.
Taken away by Geronimo Marsili, who's still battling for it. And it's going to be Canaan ball after maybe a drag or a push by Bridgeport.
New Canaan should try to capitalize on this. I'm hoping they play that back post again, as it is frequently open, and they definitely are getting a lot of opportunities from there.
Irving Dorman looking to take the free kick here. Now, what do you see here? Do you think Irving goes for the shot here with that leg of his, or do you think he plays it in safe to his teammates?
If it's a direct kick, I can definitely see him going in for that back corner, but if not, I think that he'll definitely try to play it as if it's a corner kick and just try to cross it in and try and get someone to get something on it.
Here's the kick by Dorman. Ball is in. It's left wide.
He went a little near post on that one. The ball curved in a little more than I assume he would have liked. But, you know, that's just the way that a righty kicker would go. If he were to go for the goal on that, he probably would have had to have aimed a little more to the right so that ball would have curved in.
It's going to be a goal kick for Bridgeport here.
New Canaan subbing in. It looks like Kane is going out.
As is Nate Moore. Looks like it's going to be Brooks Wunderlich coming in at right back. And looks like Jack Kuda. And
Ergo moves to center D. That's really interesting. Maybe they're going to try and use Wunderlich's speed on that.
Momat Sek here, brand new substitute for New Canaan. Plays it back to Dorman. Dorman over to Ergo. Ergo and Dorman, they just have so much chemistry. They seem to move the ball so easy together. Dorman with a nice move, taking it up the field. Looking for a through ball for Kuda. Kuda's on goal. Goes past goalie, makes a great play there, just playing it aggressive, and ball actually goes off of Kuda, and it's going to be a Bridgeport goal kick here.
You know, those coming out plays are definitely very scary. As a goalkeeper myself, I know that, you know, there's always the risk that you're going to get hit in the face, and that's just really great confidence there out of the Bridgeport Central goalie.
7 minutes 45 left in the first half here. 2-0 Rams. Back to Dorman. Dorman playing it up to Sek. Sek looking about Kuda. New Canaan looking back in the middle for Sek.
That's really good movement there by the left wing back, Geronimo
And
Marsili.
here comes New Canaan again with a shot and just off of the goalie. Great save. Bridgeport goalie really sticking up for his team here.
You know, coming out like that, not only is it scary, but for the offender, you know, you don't see as much of the goal anymore. So, you know, that plays, again, really good on the goalkeeper.
Thrown by Brooks Wunderlich. Looks like Marsili was going for a wraparound kick there, and Sek fighting for it. Ball's going to be kicked out, and here comes Dorman from about the 10, making a nice move. And ball's going to be tipped right to the goalkeeper. Maybe looking for a shot on net there, but gets deflected and goes right to the goalie, and goalie's going to punt it out.
Yeah, he was looking for number 13 up there. He seemed to be all alone versus the at the time it was 3 because Dorman was up the field, the 3 defenders.
Canaan looking down the left side here.
No, stay back.
Looks like Marsili fighting for it down the left side. Looking for Geronimo Marsili, his brother.
You know, I wonder if that communication as brothers really helps them on the field in terms of passing and plays and all that.
Looks like Marsili is down behind the net here. He's a little slow getting up, but grabbing his leg, but hopefully he'll be all right. Looks to be still holding that left leg there. But looks to be jogging back. He's going to try to play through it.
No New Canaan subs warming up, so he definitely looks like he's going to stay in if he can.
Here comes Sek down the left side looking for Marsili. Marsili trying to go back for Sek, but he cannot get there, and it's going to be a Bridgeport goal kick. Just a little bit too far for Sek to get there on that one.
Bridgeport subbing again, looking to get their starters a breather. You know, they've really been putting up a tough battle so far, and just trying to make sure they have fresh legs for when they come back in.
And these Hilltoppers 1-8 going against a scary 6-3 New Canaan team. I mean, it's got to be intimidating coming out here on their home turf, and especially on senior night. Night that means so much to them. But they look to be holding up all right. But New Canaan on top 2-0. Brooks Wunderlich holding it down the right side. Trying to show his speed there, and it'll be poked out by Stanford. That play they seem to love so much on that defense tonight.
You know, it seems New Canaan really likes this right side here. I'd really like to see them move the ball through the middle and try to switch it, just to get into the open field, as there's definitely a lot of space, as Bridgeport is really crowding on this right side.
Again, played out by Stanford, and Brooks Wunderlich seems to be waiting over there for his next throw-in. And here it comes. Maybe looking for Jack Kuda down the side. He likes to play it towards the middle, just over Kuda's head. It's going to go back to Hillman. Hillman keeping it up. Bridgeport trying to get it down the left side. Good battle by Kuda there. Going to go off Bridgeport. This ball going a little too fast for him to keep control of. And Brooks Wunderlich again with that throw-in on the right side. Plays it to Sek in the middle.
You see, that's a moment where I'd really like to see him maybe turn and switch and see how much space they have down there on the left side.
Throwing right to Marcelli, who seems to be open in the middle. Looking for a little chip goal, and it's through the uprights. It's good, but not a goal, unfortunately, for Marcelli there. It's going to be another goal kick for Bridgeport.
The goal just seems to be too small for him. He really has a very big range with his shots, so I'd really just like to see him kind of zone in and just get it in the back of the net.
Long ball here by Bridgeport. Played by their midfield. Trying to get it past the defense, but Brooks Wunderlich staying strong. New Canaan dropping back in their defensive formation. But Bridgeport making a nice move down the left side, trying to play it in the middle. Looking for a cross in. Good move by Bridgeport there. Just tapped out by Brooks Wunderlich.
New Canaan saying it's a goal kick and that it went off of Bridgeport. Unfortunately, they do not get the call.
I mean, it looked to me as if it went off of New Canaan. It looks like Wunderlich just playing the safe game when they're in the box, just tapping it out. And it'll be another corner kick for Bridgeport here. It's a big one. Goal here would put them within one, and, you know, coming in 2.5 minutes left in the half, this would be huge.
That's interesting. Gashi does not have anyone on back post,
And
but
kick
McLaughlin
in.
just heads it right back
Yeah.
out. That just shows you that they didn't need him there anyway.
And Bridgeport not playing anyone on the front post, just let McLaughlin just head that one away really quite easily. Now Wunderlich contested down the left side.
Good recovery. That's a good hustle by him.
Bridgeport looking for a cross here. Ergo playing good defense as he has all night. Bridgeport electing to play it back here. Just kind of contain possession, look for their spot. They try to chip it in, but headed away by Montano there. Good head there.
That was a really good body shape. Really made sure to just get it out.
Just looks just like a whiff shot. And Marcelli is going to be looking for Kuda down here, or Sek.
Played right through the mistake. That's what I like to see in soccer because then you can get an opportunity like this.
And you want to play
Just
Jack?
played down the left side for Marcelli. Just can't get there, and it seemed to be the story of the night. Just ball's played a little bit too hard for New Canaan, and Bridgeport goalkeeper who's playing aggressive. He's been playing great all night. So after the 2 early goals, he's made some really great saves, and you know his teammates are probably thanking him.
He's definitely really keeping them in the game as Bridgeport hasn't really gotten many opportunities and is seemingly just playing almost a game of kickball as the ball is constantly in the air when they are in possession.
Geronimo Marcelli throwing to Sek. Gonna be high up in the air. Lorenzo Marcelli fighting for control. Still fighting, and he looks to go down on that same left leg. Don't that hurt him earlier?
Yeah, the previous injury definitely had an impact on this. That's just unfortunate to see, especially on senior night. You want him to play. You want him to get another goal, but hopefully, you know, he can play through the pain.
He's slow to get up, but he clearly wants to be in this game, and you can see it in the way he's playing. He wants to be nowhere else but here right now.
New Canaan bench looks to have 3 people now standing up, probably looking for a sub. Maybe in the second half we'll see someone else come in.
You got 20 seconds left in the second half here, and free kick by Sek going in. Looks to get past a lot of people, but
Commotion in the box. You never like to see that, but when you're on the offense, you
played
definitely
out by
do.
Bridgeport. And Sek with a nice little tap there. Bridgeport's trying to clear it out. There's 3 seconds left, and they're trying to get out of their zone, and they do. And that will be it for the end of the first half. New Canaan 2, Hilltoppers 0.
You know, that was a really great half by New Canaan. It was definitely a very aggressive game as Bridgeport shockingly came out very strong. You know, going into the second half, as I've been saying, I'd really like to see them start playing through the middle, switch the ball to that weak side in Lorenzo Marcelli, as you can obviously tell he's a very strong player. When they did get opportunities on that side, you know, they were genuine, they were really good. So you just like to see that happen more.
Let's hope Marcelli feels better and comes back for the second half.
Yeah, you don't want to lose a player like him, someone that's really developing the plays and just making sure that New Canaan keeps the ball in Bridgeport's half. Some other notable players, Irving Dorman, really strong first half, made sure that Bridgeport did not get any opportunities whatsoever on New Canaan's side of the field. you know, I don't see him really getting subbed out in this game unless New Canaan runs away with it. But you definitely just want to see New Canaan continue what they've been doing. You know, maybe start playing through the middle a little bit more. But otherwise, I think it's a strong half.
1 second. And we will see you at the start of the second half. Thanks for watching NCTV 78, and it's a good first half here.
Okay, guys, can everyone start to get off the field, please? Thanks, guys. Great job off the field, please. Thank you.
Welcome back to the second half of boys soccer game. The New Canaan Rams 2, Hilltopper 0. At the end of the first half, we talked a little about Lorenzo Marcelli going down, and we'll see if he makes a return here. And such a special night here, October 3rd, and senior night, always a special one at New Canaan. A lot of these seniors, you know, looking for some of their last chances on the field, so it's a good night.
Yeah, it does look like Lorenzo Marcelli is back out there. I think I see his number. We'll see if that injury will affect him in any way, shape, or form as they move into the second half. We'll also see if maybe during halftime they talked about, again, switching the ball. You know, I'd really like to see that out of them to penetrate on that weak side, but, you know, they've been playing a great game so far, so honestly, if they don't change anything, I would not be super surprised.
New Canaan came out firing with 2 early goals, but since then, the Bridgeport goalie's game has been absolutely stellar, with multiple real saves by him.
Yeah, that Bridgeport goalie is definitely keeping them in the game. A lot of respect to him as, you know, it's definitely a tough position.
Geronimo Marcelli loses the ball to Bridgeport.
Looks like they've moved Dorman to playing center mid instead of that being part of that 5-back system.
Bridgeport here looking for a through ball down the right side. Just blocked away, and Dorman is going to look up to Kuda. A little bit too far for him, but Kuda is going to show off that quickness and look to contest that ball.
Goalie comes out, but his defender really took that ball for him. I wonder if there was a bit of miscommunication or if, you know, it's just a misplay by the goalie.
Played by Dorman, looking over to Sec on the middle. Montano playing it back. Nathan Seacow's a new sub, also in.
You see, and that's where I would have liked to see them switch the ball to Geronimo Marcelli on the sideline there. He definitely had some space in front of him. Definitely a play could have developed out of that, but let's just hope that they start recognizing that.
Luckily, it goes off of Stanford defender, and New Canaan's going to have another throw-in. Looks like they were looking for Dorman on that throw, and Dorman just couldn't get there, but it's going to go out on Stanford. So
the ball goes out the end line. New Canaan's going to get a corner out of this. Again, let's hope this ball swings in back post and someone gets a better angle on it than they have been all game, because, you know, that opportunity has just been definitely a great chance for them.
New Canaan's had a lot of close chances on these corner kicks, so let's see if they can finally capitalize and get one past this Bridgeport goalkeeper.
As he's a
Here's
lefty,
the
that
kick.
ball is definitely going to in-swing.
Just a little bit too much power there.
Again, that back post, someone's got to be there.
Contested by Dorman, though. Dorman with a great play. And just kicked out by Stanford. Geronimo Marsili looking back for the New Canaan defense, and Stanford just getting in the way and it going right out. Thrown here by Marsili. Trying to look over the head of Dorman to Kuda.
Bridgeport looks to have either moved a lot of their center mids to get deeper in their zone, or they're playing as well with a 5-back system with 3 center mids and a only 1 striker, because New Canaan has really been penetrating their line, so maybe they can finally start, you know, fizzling out their opportunities.
Thrown went back to Montano, who, after being contested, Stanford kicked it out. Another throw by Marcelli here, looking long to Dorman. Now playing it back to Montano. Looks like Dorman is down on the ground and not getting up. Slow to get up now. Through ball.
You hate to see it. Same thing with Lorenzo Marsili in the first half, you know. Have one of your star players just go down like that. You just hope that nothing happens to him later in the game and he's able to play through this.
Looks like he's limping, but still playing. That's good to see. Ball overplayed there a little bit by Brooks Wunderlich, and Bridgeport's going to try to take it down the sideline before being stopped by Ergo, who just kicks it out. Here's the throw in for Bridgeport, New Canaan territory. Aggressive play there by Irving. Maybe taking out some of that anger on that injury on the Bridgeport team. And kicked out by New Canaan again, leaving Bridgeport with another throw-in. They like to throw it short. Trying to control possession. Another aggressive play by Dorman. Looking to play it through. And here comes Marcelli using that speed, but another aggressive play by the Bridgeport goalie.
You see, that's a good ball through the middle. You just, you know, again, hope they take a little bit off that, as this turf is definitely very fast, and that goalie is playing a very high game as he punts the ball a little off the side of his foot.
Bridgeport trying to play it back. Contested by Marcelli, played through to Kuda. Good move there. Just trying to control possession. Good few passes by New Canaan here. Just trying to look for their chance here against Bridgeport. Here comes McCaughlin, maybe looking for a long shot. Elects to play it closer to Kuda. Kuda trying to get it to Marcelli, just stopped by the Bridgeport defense. But New Canaan still here, even controlling the ball after fighting for it.
New Canaan only holding 2 in the back. They definitely want to have as many people as they can up there to try and get something on the ball if they get a cross in there.
I think that shows, you know, their confidence in their defenders. I mean, they have Ergo and they have McLaughlin, 2 seniors who have just been so good, especially this game. And they obviously know Gashi's going to come through when they need him. So I think that shows their confidence in that, you know, and especially on a team like Bridgeport, who, although they have a good goalie, they've let up a few really good opportunities that New Canaan should be capitalizing on. You know, they have trust in their offense.
New Canaan looking to reset with the play back to Gashi, you know, just making sure that they're all in their positions and just staying calm as they are trying to fizzle out this opportunity.
Long shot off the crossbar.
That was
Very long shot by Bridgeport there.
Good coverage there by Gashi, as, you know, I saw his hand hit the post, so even if maybe he didn't touch the ball, if the ball were a little lower, he definitely would have made the save.
Now McLaughlin elected to play it short to the defender. That's the first goal kick from New Canaan all game that has not been taken by Dorman. And obviously he's at center mid now, so that'll explain it. But as you can see, McLaughlin elected to play it short. Does exactly have the leg that Irving Dorman may have.
New Canaan looking for what looks like a handball call. Unfortunately, they do not get it, and now Bridgeport has the ball very deep in their zone.
A lot of contention down the sideline here. It's going to be played out by New Canaan.
If only that sideline were just a little bit wider. There seems to be some confusion on the throw-in.
Bridgeport's side. Can't really decide who's going to take the throw-in.
This
Once they
leaves
do
a
the
lot
throw
of time
quick.
for New Canaan to set up, which is really not a good move on their part, as they are behind and really need a goal at this point, as New Canaan is on a roll.
Good move by Maricelli, looking down the right side here. And push from behind is Kuda, but no call. Bridgeport with very aggressive defense on the trying to get back there. And
You know, that's just another one of those 50-50 calls where it could go either way. Considering how the refs have been calling the game thus far, I'm a little bit surprised they didn't make that. But, you know, you always kind of want to be more favorable to the defense when it's in the 18.
Sek controlling down the left side. Played it back to Geronimo Maricelli. Plays it back to Seekhouse. Seekhouse looking over to Wunderlich. Wunderlich playing it to the middle, getting back down the side. Good give and go by Wunderlich and Dorman there.
Wunderlich and Marcelli are doing a great job of staying nice and wide so that when the ball does come down their way, they are always open and available because Bridgeport is not really marking them.
Sek with the ball on the left side. Back to Montano. Trying to look to take it to the middle, maybe getting a through ball in. And right off the Stanford defender. Bridgeport, excuse me. You can kind of see the defender and Irving Dorman coming out there, even though he's playing as a center mid.
Yeah, definitely playing more defensively as call on number 2, Brooks Wunderlich, as he definitely did stick his arm out there. That is not one of those 50-50 calls that we've been seeing all game. That was kind of obvious, if you ask me.
Wunderlich, a sophomore, I think just trying to prove himself on this team. And, you know, being an underclassman on these big varsity teams is always scary. And maybe just trying to play a little aggressive there to show himself and doesn't end up working out.
But, you know, with being a sub this season, maybe with the seniors leaving, he can start next year.
Ball rolled out by Gashi to McLaughlin. McLaughlin, long ball, looking for Maricelli down. Maricelli trying to show off that speed. Contest that defender, and he does. Maricelli looking like he's going to have a shot on goal here. Just mishandles a little bit, looking back to the middle for Kuda. And just plays a little bit behind him.
That's when you need that center mid to be playing a little bit more aggressively in case something like that happens, as, you know, there could have been a nice open shot there.
Geronimo Maricelli plays back to Sek. Back to Maricelli. Some brother-to-brother action. Geronimo to Lorenzo. Lorenzo looking back to Geronimo, looking in front. Jack Kuda with the ball. And he taps it in. New Canaan goal, and it will be 3-0.
Really good aggression out of Kuda there, sticking with the ball. You know, sometimes it's hard to want to not pull up on the goalie as you really don't want to hurt them, but he did a good job staying aggressive, staying on that play, and making sure the ball found the back of the net.
And also, how about that little give and go from Maricelli to Maricelli? I mean, they combined to get space in front of the net, and they capitalized, gave it right to Kuda, who tapped it in.
Bridgeport looking to sub. I can see how they've been somewhat disorganized this half as their defense and their midfielders have not been working collectively together.
Looks like some sub and confusion from Bridgeport's side, but here they go for the kickoff. Looks like they're starting out a little bit more conservative here after that goal.
It looks like they've somewhat changed their formation. They now have 3 strikers at the front, 3 midfielders, and 4 in the back.
Oh, 2 good plays by Irving Dorman. Looks like Irving Dorman's going to get a shot on net here, and he does, and just wide on that left side. He was looking for that back post.
Definitely a tough angle to shoot from. It was a really good attempt by him, but again, that's where you kind of want Dorman to be a little bit more unselfish and play that ball back post and see if anyone's making that run.
I also think he was looking in the middle and just didn't see anyone open. I think especially with that leg he's got, that he trusts himself to make that shot, and he, as you can see, just went a little bit wide there.
Marcelli went down again. That's just unfortunate as he's had some tough breaks this game.
Montano down to Marcelli. That's going to be poked up by Bridgeport. Lorenzo Marcelli throwing into Sek. Back to Marcelli. Good move there.
Geronimo Marcelli coming in deep. They just want to get another man in there, but that does not look to play off, as now he has to really work hard to get back in. He does. That's really great effort by him.
Montano on the goal, but good move by the Bridgeport midfielder. Playing it down the right side, but just overplayed it a little bit. And Seekhouse is going to take the throw in here. Sorry, excuse me. It looks like Geronimo Marcelli is going to take the throw in here. He's going to play it down the left side to his brother. Bridgeport controlling in midfield.
Bridgeport now moving the ball really well in the midfield. New Canaan midfielders themselves have to look to be a bit more on their toes for these guys.
Good play by McLaughlin, just getting that cross out of there, wanting nothing to do with that. But it's going to be another corner kick for Bridgeport here, so
Kind of shocked there was no call on Seacast, as it looked like he was tripped from behind, and just really good job there staying on his feet, but no call there. Now they're faced with a corner.
I thought he was for sure was going over. I'm impressed that he stayed on his feet after that and stayed with the man down the right side and helped McLaughlin get back and put that out of bounds.
Quite acrobatic of him.
And here comes the corner kick for Bridgeport. So far, no offensive chances on the corner kick, but here comes one, just missed. Bridgeport attacker just went over his head. But Bridgeport still with possession down that left side. And looking for a cross in, but good defense by New Canaan there. That's going to be a goal kick for Gashi.
You know, I see him playing it short to his upperclassman, McLaughlin, or looks like it goes to...
Montano.
Yes.
Montano plays it out wide. It's going to be tapped out. Just a few string of wayward passes there by the New Canaan defense.
You notice Coach Luke is quite quiet this game. You know, his team has really been holding up for him, so he has not had much to say.
I mean, you think really just the scoreboard speaks for itself at this moment. Obviously, there's little things you can nitpick, like maybe some defensive structure or some offensive chances you can capitalize on. But really, I mean, a 3-0 game with 27 minutes left in the second half, you can't really complain, especially as a coach.
And especially when they've been getting the kinds of opportunities that they have been getting. You know, they've had a significant amount of genuine chances on goal versus Bridgeport. Although they've had shots, I don't exactly believe they've been genuine.
Kuda streaking down the right side there, trying to look to the middle to Irving Dorman, and he will get the ball with time and space, trying to make a move, and just falls over after contested. Lorenzo Marcelli just trying to take a contested shot, which goes just wide. That fall from Dorman there scared me a little bit because he was a little slow to get up earlier in the game, but he looks to be up and fine.
Right back on his feet, you know, the heart in these players is really admirable. In Marcelli and Dorman, as they have been knocked around a lot in this game, but they are staying in and really proving themselves here.
Sek plays it back to Marcelli.
Now I'd like to see them switch it. That's exactly where I wanted to see the ball go. You know, I saw some open space in there, and, you know, had that ball not been mishandled, there would have been a real chance there.
Maybe during halftime they watch back the broadcast and listen to some of your suggestions, huh, Danielle? Bridgeport with the ball in midfield here. Good move to the middle. Looking to play it through to their attacker, but good stop there by Ergo. Ergo's been so consistent all game. I mean, really not letting anything go by him without either contesting it or being right there to stop it.
You know, the defense has just absolutely been a brick wall, has not really let these Hilltoppers penetrate. They've been doing a really great job at getting back. You know, their hustle is really just like, again, admirable.
Ball contested about the midfield. Sack bought down, but no call. Physical play by Bridgeport. Looks like McLaughlin's going to come out with it. Good pass to Sack, just a little bit too far. But he can't contest the ball. Now Marcelli fighting for it with the Bridgeport attackman.
See, now that's where I'd like to see some 1-2 defense. They've been doing that. Bridgeport has been doing that all game, where they're just playing the ball back to that man coming downfield, and that's when you want either the left or right striker to come down and support them to maybe try and get a steal.
And McLaughlin tried to poke it out there, and just unlucky for Bridgeport there, going off his leg and taking out and giving New Canaan a free throw in their own territory. Playing it down the left side. Headed by Marcelli, looking to give Kuda a run at it. And Kuda just can't capitalize on that chance there, but he's still running down the ball, not giving up yet.
Silver something.
That's a good ball down line there. Good hustle, too. Wow.
Jack Kuda keeping it in, looking at Marcelli, and Marcelli hitting the crossbar. Actually, well, the football crossbar, but...
You can tell he's disappointed in himself. You know, it was definitely a wide open goal, and if he had just gotten his head down, that ball would have definitely gone a lot lower, and it was going to be a wide open shot. There was definitely a lot of room on the left side of the goal there, so it's just unfortunate that he wasn't able to get the ball low.
He's hit a few of those just a little too high, but, you know, you've seen a great game from him, especially with just passing, and you see such a fluent passer, and he always seems so calm with the game. One like there that just goes right by Sek. Ball played through, but right to the Bridgeport goalie.
Again, we're seeing a punt from him. They're just trying to get the ball up the field to get something going because New Canaan has been doing a really good job at fizzling out their plays.
Been a misplay there by the Bridgeport midfielder. It's going to leave New Canaan a throw in. Brooks Wunderlich here to take the throw in.
That's a smart play there. No one was back there with him, and now they have a chance to kind of reset, calm down, and, you know, get something going here.
To Sek in the middle. Looking down the right side, back to Wunderlich. Wunderlich back to the defense. Just one Bridgeport attackman there, and he's just going to gain control.
It looks like some of the Bridgeport attackers are a little bit offsides. I think that they have to start watching their line a little bit because, you know, it can easily be called.
Set controls in the middle. Looking down the left side and just a little bit past Geronimo Marcelli. Great look, Marcelli just couldn't get there. Coming down on 23 minutes in the second half of this game. New Canaan Rams 3, Bridgeport Central Hilltoppers 0.
That is Robbie Hellman subbing in for
Montano, it looks like.
Montano, yes.
Montano played a great game. I mean, he's one of those role players that, like, he may not be doing all the fancy moves or scoring all the goals, but he's just so consistent being in that midfield. You know, he's always playing great defense and always making really good passes. And those aren't the people who always get as much credit as they should, especially in a game like this.
Yeah, you know, nowadays people just look for the skills and, you know, the footwork, but Montano did a really good job at just moving the ball around from left to right and creating those opportunities for New Canaan.
Ball kicked out by Bridgeport. I think they were looking for a cross, just couldn't get the right angle on it. It's going to be a goal kick for Gashi here. Most likely playing it short to either McLaughlin or Ergo. Oh, maybe not.
Oh, it looks like this ball is going to go long. New Canaan's going to try and get an opportunity out of this one.
McLaughlin's going to boot it. I was kind of hoping Gashi would take one. I feel like he's got one due. I feel like he's earned himself, you know, a chance to try to take a long kick at it. I feel like Dorman and McLaughlin have kind of been having all the fun this game.
You know, I agree, and now would be the perfect time to do it as New Canaan is leading and Bridgeport is struggling despite getting this opportunity right here.
And wow, aggressive play by McLaughlin there against the Bridgeport attackman, just taking him down, but no call by the ref there.
Yeah, that was a clean tackle, just going for the ball. His arms were at his sides, you know, nothing to really call there.
Dorman with it. Looking down the field for Marcelli. Next on the left side for Geronimo Marcelli.
You know, and that's what I like to see, you know, playing down the weak side.
Good avoid by Hellman there. And another one. His rest, he got subbed off halfway through the first half, and now that he's back on, looks like he's well rested and ready to go.
Yeah, those fresh legs definitely seem to be paying off here as New Canaan kind of gets an opportunity, but unfortunately it fizzles out.
Bridgeport goalie now holding the ball.
Letting his team get set up. He definitely just wants to get that ball up the field and make sure, again, they get something going.
Contested by Dorman. Dorman trying to win that battle. Played in the middle of Hellman. Hellman looking for Kuda down the field, just couldn't get it. And looks like Bridgeport's going to gain possession. It goes right back to New Canaan as a good play by the defender there for New Canaan.
Just a little bit of a weak pass there by Kuda. You know, if that were played a little bit more strongly, they could have penetrated the weak side and their right wing back, as, you know, I find that their wide defenders are not as strong as their center.
And Bridgeport was actually looking for a handball there. It looked like it went off maybe the elbow or the arm. How's Irving Dorman trying to take it down the right side, just poked out.
Again, kicking it out is the safe play, you know, and New Canaan has capitalized on every single one of these opportunities, so I'd like to see it happen again because, you know, it shows Bridgeport not to really do that.
Looks like Bridgeport's going to kick it out of their own end, leaving for a corner kick for New Canaan.
You know, and that's just even more dangerous in that situation. As I was saying in the first half, you know, those have never been my favorite plays as a soccer player, and definitely very dangerous as Corner kicks are very easily scored off of.
Especially with how dangerous New Canaan has been on their corner kicks so far this game. I mean, you have that missed header by McLaughlin on the back post and just how close they've been, and just such a dangerous play. And here's the kick.
Swinging in.
It's up in there, and header just over.
That's just unfortunate there. Buchanan has done a good job, though, of getting to that ball first, as Bridgeport has not really been aggressive to it on these corners.
That looked like McLaughlin again, who just missed the header earlier, just couldn't get that angle exactly right. Here comes the goal kick for Bridgeport.
You know, McLaughlin's getting closer and closer every time, so maybe next time it'll be a goal.
He's got one coming.
I can feel
plays
it.
the ball in midfield. Looking down the field for Kuda. And for someone who, like Kuda, for someone his size, he's just so quick, and he's a really aggressive player who isn't afraid to get physical, and that's just something you really want in a soccer player, especially someone like Kuda's an attacking midfielder. But through ball here on to Bridgeport, and offsides called by the referee. Offsides called by the ref, and that would have been a goal for Bridgeport. That is a goal-saving call by the referee there, and Bridgeport is not happy.
You know, I wonder if Gashi pulled up because he saw the offsides call or if he didn't. Either way, Buchanan did get a little bit lucky there with this offsides call. I'm sure that Gashi is feeling a little lucky right now as well.
I mean, that's never a good scenario to be in one-on-one, especially as a goalie, when you got that big of a net behind you. So
Definitely
Gashi's
not that
lucky
easy
right
as to whether to decide to come out or to stay in. It's a very hard decision to make, especially in real time and on turf when the ball is moving a lot faster. Good ball there.
Geronimo Marcelli down the left side. Stops on it. We can just control the ball here. Hellman waiting for his opportunity. Over to Sek. Trying to change the side of the field here. Irving Dorman looking through to Lorenzo Marcelli. Stopping it just before it goes out of bounds, contested by Stanford players.
This 2v1, Bridgeport is definitely very afraid of Lorenzo Marcelli's power and speed, as he has been a threat all night.
Right there, though, he just pokes it a little bit too far, and it's going to be a Bridgeport goal kick here.
Definitely going long. Again, Bridgeport just trying to get something.
Good play by Mateo Kane there.
It looks like he subbed in while we weren't watching.
And then Marcelli there with a shot. This bounces off the goalkeeper's chest. He almost didn't handle that one. I mean, that Bridgeport goaltender has just been peppered all game with shots from all over. And he's made some, even though the scoreboard may not show it, he's made some magnificent saves that he truly deserves credit for.
Yeah, and you know, that's just unfortunate for him as he has had a really amazing game, and the score just doesn't reflect how he's been playing, but I hope that his teammates and even Buchanan recognizes how great he's been playing.
Irving Dorman over to Hellman. Trying to play it through to Marcelli and just deflected off of a Bridgeport defender.
You know, Bridgeport is playing their back three, it looks like is playing kind of flat, so that ball through is definitely seeming to start some trouble for them in the backfield, and hopefully Lorenzo can just finally capitalize on it and get that 9th goal of the season. No, but good on Buchanan. They are on their way to an FCAC playoff berth and a really good chance of qualifying for states. This is a really big moment for them, as it's the first time since 2014 that they have qualified if they win this game. It's a really special moment for them, especially on senior night.
Especially, I mean, 3-11-1 last year. And coming off that season, especially as a coach like Luke Green, who I'm sure wasn't very pleased, as we both know he's a little bit hard on his players. And I think coming out 6-3 and 7-3, if the Rams will be able to hold this score up, I think that'd be great, and that'd be a huge confidence booster, claiming that playoff appearance and just being able to know that your team came out so much better than you did last year, being more confident in your players. Thrown here by Bridgeport, played short. Trying to chip down that left side, but looks like a swarm of red down there, and New Canaan defense will boot it out.
Surprised that ball stayed in. That was really good body shape by Brooks Wunderlich.
Now for the throw-in by Wunderlich here. Playing it down that right side to Dorman. And Dorman just mishandling a little bit. And sorry, not mishandling. It's going to be poked out by the Bridgeport defender. Looks like Wunderlich's going to take yet another free throw. He's taken countless amount of free throws down that right side. Looks like it's going to be a handball on New Canaan here. I think just went up and got him in the elbow there.
You know, and as much as, you know, as a Ram myself, I'd like to see New Canaan win. I would also really like to see Bridgeport try to get an opportunity, as they have been snuffed all game, and to just show some support for their goalkeeper, as he has had an outstanding night tonight.
Dorman trying to play it through to Lorenzo Marsili. And the defender slips. Lorenzo Marsili seems to be through on goal. Big move to his left, taking a shot with his right, and just wide again. The story of the night continues for Lorenzo Marsili, as he just can't seem to put one in.
He's clearly disappointed in himself, although I think it's all in good fun. He's had so many opportunities tonight. I don't really think he has anything to be upset about.
As you can see, head in his hands, he's clearly disappointed. But I mean, he's due one. I mean, if it's not this game, it'll certainly be the next game. And I think that when that goal does happen, he'll be happy it was on a more, you know, competitive team where the game's a lot closer and he can put one in. That means a lot more to his team, other than here just to pad the lead a little more. But
although it would be a little sweet for him to get a goal on senior night. Again, that ball played through that flat defense, and you just hope that someone gets up there to mark the goalie on that. And it looks like New Canaan has someone warming up on their bench. I cannot tell who that is quite yet, but you know, it'll be interesting to see if New Canaan subs, despite having such a good, strong team so far this second half.
Aggressive play by Sek there called. It's going to be a free kick for Bridgeport here.
Gosh, you can tell he's trying to tell his teammates to hold what I think is the 18, just that Bridgeport can't get that deep in their zone.
Bridgeport plays it short down the left side.
That's interesting, as all night they've been kind of playing a long ball. Maybe we'll see if this actually works this time.
Headed up by Bridgeport. Trying to keep possession down the left side. It's going to be poked out. Joaquin Marsili here with a throw in. Sek in the middle. Sek looking to Hellman. Trying to look up to Lorenzo Marsili, just overplayed him a little bit. But second Hellman here on the ball, trying to win it back. Mateo Kane, very aggressive play, and that's going to be called as well.
Yeah, you can tell that this game, how tensions have gotten higher and higher throughout. We knew it was going to be an aggressive game when we saw the first call being made today, but
that's actually a call on Bridgeport, not New Canaan, as I may have thought.
Yeah, but you can tell that tensions have definitely been high, and they've only gotten higher, and the game has only gotten aggressiver, so we'll see how it looks at the end of the game. Good communication there by Gashi and McLaughlin.
Good safe play there.
Now, I wonder if he'll decide to punt or play short, as all the goalies have been playing all game, but he looks to want to punt as he's motioning his defense
Good
up.
for him. And there it goes. First long ball of the game by Gashi there. It goes right to Wunderlich for a header, and Mateo Kane fighting for possession down the right side.
That's a good control by Wunderlich down there, right on the sideline, managing to keep the ball in. That's a really good play.
Fortunately, it goes out right after that, and Bridgeport's going to have a throw in here. Trying to throw it over that New Canaan defense and does not succeed. Sek playing it up.
New Canaan center mids are doing a really good job at working with each other of when to attack together and when to hold back.
And there was a chance by Bridgeport right through Gashi's hands. Luckily, it looks like he got enough to tip it just wide, so no harm there for New Canaan. But it's going to be a corner kick for Bridgeport. And what would you like to see on this corner kick from Bridgeport here, Diane?
Sorry?
What would you like to see on this corner kick here from Bridgeport?
Again, I'm a big fan of the back post run. I'd really like to see them do a back post run. And Gashi, who is a little bit on the shorter side, I'd like to see one of their taller guys line up on him and just put some pressure on him if they really are looking to get a goal. But
Kick
they
is in.
don't.
Looks like Bridgeport gets possession. They score! Bridgeport's first of the game to make it 3-1. Rams still in the lead. That's a great corner kick. It comes in right in the middle of everything, just gets knocked down, and Bridgeport takes advantage of that, just boots it right past Gashi. He was in the right positioning, just couldn't quite get a hand on it.
You could tell he was quite upset when that went in. I can't tell if he was upset with himself or with his defense or both. You know, plays in front of the goal are just so not predictable. It's what in soccer terms we like to call an imperfect world. Anything can happen, and you can't predict anything. It looks like he was diving left, the ball went right. It's just an unfortunate break for him.
Ball play back to Sek off the kickoff. Over to Seekhouse. Now to Marcelli. New Canaan defense trying to get some ball control.
Now I like this passing here, just playing through the Bridgeport flat lines and their gaps.
Bit played by Hellman there, but it works to his advantage as he makes the Bridgeport defender miss, and Bridgeport defender is not happy.
He was looking for a call there, but I just really think it was some great ball skills by Hellman.
Sek here again with the ball. We got the right side here to Wunderlich.
Now this is the game I've been wanting them to play all night, you know, just the short game, the passing through the middle. As you can see, they have very efficiently moved the ball down the field with Bridgeport barely getting a touch on the ball.
It's going to be New Canaan ball here.
Again,
Close territory.
Still only holding 2 defenders in the backfield as McLaughlin moves up. You know, New Canaan just really wants to widen this gap that Bridgeport has closed.
Throwing into Kane. And it looks like it's going to be off of Kane. It's going to be a goal kick for Bridgeport here. Kane just a little bit too much power on that foot here. I think he just wanted to control the ball and see if he had one of his teammates coming down for a pass.
Bridgeport really likes this right side. They've had this goal kick position there almost every single time, but New Canaan, their center mid's just sitting right there, waiting for the header, and they can get the ball right back down. That'll be a push from behind from Robbie Hellman, you know. I saw that too, as clear as day. Hands were out. Just got to make sure to keep those hands down as this game is getting more and more aggressive.
Now Bridgeport here from their own 30. Looking to kick. Missed header by Bridgeport there, and it looks like it's going to be played by Wunderlich, competing for the ball, and he's going to win that. Play it back to McLaughlin. Look in the middle of the Sek. Down left side, Robbie Hellman has some space, and he's going to try to play it through to Marcelli. Marcelli trying to show off that speed.
Oh, and a misplay by the goalkeeper. Unfortunately, Dorman was not there to capitalize on that opportunity. He was kind of retreating to go back there on defense.
New Canaan gets the ball back.
Sometimes
Mateo came with a long shot.
Sometimes you just got to play a little bit more aggressive, in my opinion. You know, play assuming that they're going to make a mistake just in case something like that does happen.
There, Bridgeport goalie, after having such a good game, was lucky to get away with no blood on that one, and he's going to get a punt here. It's
Ooh, goes off the side of his foot, gets under it. Punt only goes to about the 30.
Good play by Geronimo Marcelli, and just trying to keep it in, just can't. It's going to be a Bridgeport throw-in from their own territory. Got under that one a little bit, too. Short throw-in by Bridgeport.
And that's just good defense there by Dorman as he moves the ball up the field. You know, we've seen that all night from him, and he's just been so consistent despite hurting his leg.
Marcelli through the uprights again. You may have to start looking for a future in football at this point. Good play by Dorman there, going down the left side. Just Marcelli just getting a little bit under it, but you got to think one's coming sooner or later.
He's getting there.
Marcelli.
You can see he's just almost disappointed in himself, but as I said before, he does not have much to be upset about as he has had so many opportunities. They just haven't quite gone his way. As long as he gets his head over the ball, he'll have it soon enough. New Canaan looking to get a goal.
Looking to get out quick.
Just wanting to widen this gap that, again, Bridgeport has closed.
About 6 minutes left in the second half. Looks like New Canaan just wants one more, and maybe even they're trying to get one for Lorenzo Marcelli, who deserves one more than anyone else on this field right now.
I agree, and you know, Bridgeport with that goal you can tell has gained some confidence as they are just getting more and more aggressive and really just moving that ball right back up the field, back down New Canaan's throats. But New Canaan staying persistent and not letting them really move it up.
Good move by Dorman there. Unfortunately, kicking it right to the Bridgeport defender. Looking for someone in the midfield. But good aggressive play by Hellman there to get the ball back.
That was a really strong stick by him. It was just a good play.
Oh.
Oh.
And a very aggressive push from behind from Bridgeport there. But he helps him up. You'll have to see that good sportsmanship. Even
Yeah, you can tell. You can tell after that, you know, he might have not meant it, especially after helping him up like that.
And here comes the kick. Look like Sek's going to take the kick. And
It looks like they're trying to play short or back post, as I've been wanting them to play all game.
I'm telling you, I think they're starting to listen to you. Starting to take your advice.
Maybe they can hear me all the way up here.
Sec takes the kick in.
Back post.
Looks like could be Lorenzo Marsili. Or that's not Lorenzo. Sorry, McCaughlin. McCaughlin just looking for, couldn't get a foot on it.
That's just so unfortunate as they finally did that back post run that I have been begging for all game, and it just didn't work out. But, you know, maybe they finally have recognized that it works, and they can start doing more of that in these last 4.5 minutes.
McLaughlin also another one of those seniors tonight, similar to Marcelli. He's been so close a couple of times. I mean, earlier in the game, you had that header that just went wide. Another header just went high, and I think it actually hit the crossbar of the football goal. So Bridgeport has possession down the right side. Good move to the middle there.
Good defensive setup. They're just trying to get the ball back. Clearly, Geronimo wants his brother Lorenzo to get a goal here.
Bridgeport controlling in midfield. Down that left side. Contested by Kane. Kept in by Bridgeport. Good keeping there. I thought for sure that'd be out of bounds.
Yeah, it's just really good effort out of them.
Marcelli plays a through ball in, and
Look.
Irving Dorman's going to have a shot at it. And good play, aggressive play by the Bridgeport goalie to kick it out of bounds there.
It seemed as though Dorman almost pulled up a little bit. He might have, again, as I mentioned before, been afraid to, you know, hurt the goalie, hit the goalie in any way, shape, or form.
Played short by Wonderlick. Looks like an illegal throw-in maybe.
Yeah, I think that Hellman maybe was trying to give him the ball to throw, or and Wonderlick maybe thought that he was just trying to pass it to him. Definitely some miscommunication. But New Canaan gets the ball back, so it's definitely not a problem.
Here's a throw in from Wonderlick from about the 45. Down the right side. And immediately kicked out by Bridgeport defenseman.
As the
2 minutes and 55 seconds left. I think you're about to say.
As the game is winding down, New Canaan is definitely just trying to get a goal here. Just probably out of pride, as it's really hard to get 2 goals in just 2.5-ish minutes. So New Canaan just, you know, trying to get another goal for one of their seniors on senior night, as they do have a lot of seniors on the field as of right now.
And I think overall, no matter what happens, it's been such a special night. I mean, to come out here on your home turf with all your guys that you've played with, especially since you were freshmen, and with all your coaches, I think just has to be so special. And with your parents here, and it's got to be a special night for these boys. And I mean, I think Lorenzo Marsili's wanted a goal more than anyone, but I think he's played a great game regardless. And I think you have to give props to people like Luke Urgos, because although he plays defense, he may not be making all the big plays, but he's been strong, as has Irving Dorman, as has people like Jake Bausman, who only played the first half because of an injury, but he put one in, which must feel good on his senior night. So
yeah, this
overall
team,
successful night.
This team has definitely significantly improved from last season, not only with their record, but like McLaughlin said, with their attitudes. You can tell that they've been positive on the field. They've been, you know, giving each other high fives, patting each other on the back. And, you know, if there's been criticism, it hasn't been, you know, like anything nasty. It's just, you can tell it's all just been constructive.
Bridgeport here. Some short passes down the right side.
Just under 1.5 minutes left in the game, you know.
Trying to change up the field. Trying to move from left to right.
These Rams have shown a really strong defense. They've been a brick wall for Gashi and Jessup as this game winds down. Again, like you said, Luke, they have, you know, just really worked together as a team and are showing each other some really great support on the field.
Wonderlick here on the right side. Maybe looking for one last chance on goal. Kicked a little bit too far. It's going to be a Bridgeport throw in about the 50. Under 1 minute left in the game here. Bridgeport's going to take one last throw, and it looks like. That's pushed out here. Contention down the right side. Going to be pushed out again by New Canaan. Bridgeport's going to throw it. Would like to throw it short.
You know, minus the goal today, I don't think New Canaan really has anything to be disappointed about. That was the only time that Bridgeport really broke their line and penetrated them. They've done a really good job at just moving the ball up, especially in the second half, playing through their midfield, switching the field a lot, just to get that ball to Lorenzo Marsili and Irving Dorman. It's been a really great game, and we were definitely expecting that coming into this, as New Canaan is going to clinch their FCAC berth for the first time since 2014.
That's got to feel good. I mean, especially for a soccer team like this who played a great game and won 3-1, and you had so many good performances from so many players. I mean, even on Bridgeport, like, you have to thank the Bridgeport goaltender. I mean, the scoreboard may not show it, but wow, what a game. I mean, he had some amazing saves, some on Marcelli and some on other players, and just great game by both goaltenders, Jessup and Gashi, and great game all around for the Rams.
Yeah, unfortunately, Lorenzo Marcelli was just not able to, get his head down and get that ball down and in the goal instead of through the uprights. It just looks like he was playing the wrong sport today.
All right, well, thank you guys for watching. This was a NCTV 78's broadcast of the New Canaan Rams versus the Bridgeport Central Hilltoppers, and we'll see you next time.